Over the years, I've realized many times I've made quite a few mistakes, and realizing, making those changes, that's what's most important. So I'm gonna list off quite a few mistakes I've made over the years. One of them is packing just way too much weight. This is a butt kicker when it's a heavy pack, and I haven't even hit the elevation gain yet. And right now it's just a gradual incline. 65 pounds makes it one heck of a workout. Don't pack too heavy. Don't be an ultralighter either. One thing I've learned from carrying ultralight gear is it's not very durable. It's highly expensive. I just dropped my hiking pole. Highly expensive, but not durable at all. So your money is going all towards saving weight. And if you can get a dozen hikes out of something that's an ultralight gear item, you're doing pretty good, which is kind of scary when it's top dollar. Yeah, I've got a $1,200 tent and got a dozen hikes out of it. That's a spendy hotel room. So you have to find gear that's durable and light. And that's a tough bill to fit. Another mistake was packing unnecessary gear. Of course, when you go to a new location, you don't know what to expect, but don't pack unnecessary gear if you don't think you really are gonna need it. My first hike with the kids, with the family dome tent, weighing 25 pounds with a sleeping bag. I also brought pulleys and rope to haul logs out of the lake for firewood, because looking at the GPS maps and Google Maps, I was seeing a lot of firewood in the lake, not a lot around it. And so I said to myself, what if I just rig up some pulleys and rope and haul them out of the lake? It seems brilliant. Well, I hauled one and quickly realized it was way too much work to haul a waterlogged timber out of the water to try and burn. Now it did work, but I carried an extra 5 to 8 pounds worth of gear that wasn't necessary. I also brought a bow saw, which upon first use broke almost immediately. Not quite, but almost. Got about halfway through the first log and it bound up on the blade and snapped the little rivet that holds the blade together to the bow saw. So there's another couple pounds of wasted weight. Another, and still making this mistake often, mistake I've made, is not having your gear organized and in the same place every time. So if you switch pockets up, before you know it, you find yourself searching the wrong pockets for gear that you usually keep in there, and suddenly you've changed your mind and set it somewhere else. Put gear that you know you're not going to use towards the bottom of the pack, and gear that you know you're using often towards the top, or in an outside pocket, pouch, zipper, bag, whatever it may be. Because digging to the bottom of your pack every time you need something that you use often is a pain in the butt. And that goes for your toiletry bags. You never know when the mood's gonna hit. And you get that twinkle in your eye, and suddenly, I gotta go. Yeah, keep that toiletry bag near the top, so that way you're not searching for it and in the same spot every time. Mistake I've made number 4. This usually just pertains to us guys, but it can be for you girls too, is often when you're near the trail and you don't wander off very far to relieve yourself, before you go, pause for a while, take a listen. There's a lot of stupid hikers that hike with jingle bells. They're talking, dog barking. You know when people are close. So give it a pause, a listen, and make sure you don't have that kid round in the corner when you're half dangled trying to pinch the stream in a hurry. Don't be that guy. For those of you keeping track, mistakes I've made number 5. And this would be trusting the weather. We did a hike, checked the weather info, looked at all the satellite info, weather maps, cloud covers. Temperature said that night's low was going to be about 50 degrees. So we packed accordingly. I didn't pack for a 50 degree, I knew better than that, right? So I packed for maybe 30. Well, it got down to about single digits, and we froze and froze and froze. Making multiple mistakes was trusting the weather app and not setting up properly to begin with. So I did have extra gear for if it did drop down into the 30s, but I didn't have that gear donned yet. And man, getting out of bed to then rearrange your entire setup for cold weather when you're cold is a lot more difficult. That's number 6. Set up your camp properly or over the top to begin with. You can always shed stuff easily later. Tarp too much on a hammock, just roll it back, flip the edge over, whatever. It's pretty easy to take a tarp down versus putting one up, staking it out. That's not fun when it's single digits and your fingers are frozen and you're trying to pound a stake in the ground. So don't trust the weather apps and set up your camp properly to begin with. A little extra. You're going to be the ultimate in keeping track of what number I'm on. I think it's 8, but I'm not sure.
3 shall be the number thou shalt count, and the number of the counting shall be 3. 4 shalt thou not count, neither count thou 2, excepting that thou then proceed to 3. 5 is right out.
If it is, mistakes I've made number 8 is not stretching properly before a hike. And I still do that one. Get a good stretch before you start hiking. Get those muscles limbered up, those joints, those achy joints. Stretch them out a little. 2.5 miles in. Almost there. All right, arbiter of numbers. Mistakes I've made number 9. Or mistakes I've made number 10. I don't know.
1, 2, 5. 3, sir. 3.
All right, another one is leaving too late and still trying to get a long hike in because then the whole time you're feeling rushed. Go, 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 go. We don't have time to stop and look. That's not what hiking's about. It's not about the destination. It's the trip. It's the scenery as you're going through. If you're rushed the whole time, you can't enjoy any of it. You're just focused on how much time you've got left before you have to go back to work tomorrow. And that's definitely not why I hike. So if you're gonna be sleeping in way too late, you might as well bail on that hike if you know you've got a 6-hour drive to get there and a good 8-hour hike. Yeah, find a different location real fast. You slept in, you've already made your mistake. Don't add and compound onto that mistake, because when you're hiking in a hurry, you're more likely to get injured. And you're not enjoying yourself. Go, go, go. Gotta get up this hill fast. 65 pounds, here we go. Hurry.